Hello, Pastor G. Thank you so much for allowing me to interview you for Real People, Real Life YouTube channel.
Mhm.
I would just like for you to give a little advice for some of those young people or even adults that's struggling with making right decisions, feel alone and they don't have anyone to talk to, and feel like they just don't know what to do and they don't have any guidance and they just a little confused and they feel down and depressed. What type of advice can you give to them?
Thank you so much for inviting me to come on your show to share my opinion about what I feel that we need to do in order to reach our young people. One thing that we got to recognize before a person can reach another person, you got to first of all understand their identity. There are a lot of young people who are caught up with a schizophrenic personality where the doing inside of them got them confused. And what a person normally try to do on the outside is trying to reach one identity without finding out the dominant identity that is controlling the young person. If you don't mind me using this metaphor, this simile at this particular time, it's like going to the doctor and you have an illness in your body, but the doctor has prescribed you the wrong medicine for what's really ailing you, and the medicine is good, but it's been the wrong medicine has been prescribed. And this is what's happening. Our young people are in one area of their life, and a lot of people that's trying to reach them are in another area. In other words, what I'm saying, you cannot have a line mentality, to what I mean by a phone line, when we in a wireless society. So things have changed all around us. As Abraham Maslow said in his hierarchy, before you can reach a person, you got to first of all meet their needs. So the question is, do you know the needs of the young people? A lot of us are talking about poverty. Poverty does not readjust a person to be the best they can unless, first of all, you change their mind, their way of thinking. A person can move in a neighborhood and their mind has not changed, they still would be unappreciative of where they are. And parenting, since you said this about the adults along there as well, well, you got a lot of young parents now who came up in a undisciplined world, whereas they was taught not to discipline, uh, a person. There's no consequences. They was put in time out. They didn't know anything about discipline. So now these same people now have their own children, and you're looking for them to do something that they have no inkling on how to implement because it was not presented to them.
That's
Did I
right.
make sense on that?
Yes, absolutely.
You know, and then you cannot ever be above the person who you're trying to reach where they are and think you can help them. You got to come to where they are. Yes, don't lose who you are, but yet you got to be willing to come down. If you permit me to say this, the Bible said Jesus came down 42 generations to reach us. Who was the us? Sinners, not saved folks, but sinners. He became one of us, but yet he didn't do no sin. And a lot of us don't want to become what we're trying to change. And it will never help the young people because they know, as the young folks say, they know when you capping. That means when you flogging, you're fake. They know that realness, no real. Like your talk show said, real. And that's the thing of it is. A lot of people are pretending to be real, but you're not real. People are using synthetic for rubber, margarine for butter, saccharin for sugar. So a lot of things that we are implementing to the young people, they know it's not real. I want real sugar. I want
Absolutely.
real. I'm making
Absolutely.
sense.
Yes. Yes.
So that's why I am. First of all, let me say this. Jesus met a man one day, and this Pastor G from Memphis, Tennessee. He met a man one day in a graveyard. The Bible says he was crazy, per se. But the only way that Jesus was able to get that man to put his clothes back on, get in his right mind. This is what he asked him. What's your name? He said, my name is Legion. For there's a lot of me in me, over 2,000 me in me. What's your name? Once Jesus got him to recognize who he was, brother, not based on what people was calling him and saying he was, that's when the man put his clothes on, got clothed in his right mind, sat at the feet of Jesus, and then left the graveyard. The question of it is, our young people don't know who they are. You got to get them, first of all, to deal with their identity. That's the important thing. And that's what's hurting. And a lot of people don't know how to reach them with that because you hadn't been there. You can't tell them about the streets. You hadn't been in the streets. How you going to tell them about jail? You've never been locked up. A lot of us are saying things and we hadn't been there ourselves. You can read all you want about it, but can you implement what you have read?
Absolutely.
And that's the problem. Like some mother might be trying to tell another mother how to be a mother. You never had a child. You read about it, but do you actually know how to be a mother? A mother can have 3 or 4 different children from the same mother. And those children, all of them coming from the mother, will have their own personality. Until the mother might even say, no, where did you come from? Came from you. But they have their own personality. So she had to deal with, you can't deal with one like you deal with the other. Because all have their own different personality.
That's different.